What's good, boys? It's KETNEL'S here. We're back at it again with another video. Actually, this is the first video on this channel. My brain just going on autopilot. That's what I used to be like my old intro back in the old days. For y'all that don't know, I used to make skits. And like a long time ago, like I used to genuinely make skits. Like I'll play a little bit, you can see. But anyways, as you can see from the title of this video, I just want to get this message across to the people that are going to listen. It's not for everybody. There's some people that aren't going to listen. They're gonna, live their life their own way. Everybody has their own path that they can choose. I'm not trying to tell you how to walk your own path. It's more of a, here's what happened to me by not listening to this, and if I could go back in times, I would have done things differently. So if I could save you that, then hey, all the blessings. But yeah, so I'm not really a religious person, you know what I'm saying? At least not in the traditional sense. As time has gone by, I've looked for God in a way that, how should I say this? In a way that made sense to me. Like the most people around me, the reason why I kind of stayed away from religion, realistically, was kind of because it was all of this, oh, my religion's better than yours type of shit, my God is the real God. I didn't want to be in that, I didn't just want to choose a club and be part of that club and then become convinced that this club is the real club and all the other ones are facades type of stuff. So I took it with a grain of salt, and I tried to approach religion in the manner of, hey, I believe if a Muslim prays and a Christian prays and somebody of another religion prays, I believe that their prayers are answered. Me personally, I've spoken to a Christian and asked them, hey, what do they think about that? And they're like, oh no, my God is just being merciful, answering the Muslims' prayers, but it's not their God. Their God is false. And I didn't really like how that sounded, so hence I continued more trying to find a common truth behind all religions and what caused it to work. That's my own little theory, etc. We can go on to that in another video. You can let me know in the comments if you care to know. So back to the main topic of this video. Because I wasn't as religious at the time, or religious in the traditional sense, I believe that the one topic in the Bible that almost everybody knows about is sex before marriage is forbidden, etc. And I was like, hey, if I'm not living to, appeal to God or this God, you know what I'm saying, and to get into the heavens later on when I die, why the fuck should I care for anything that the Bible really has to say besides, not to kill, and maybe not killing yourself, because nobody knows what happens after that. Anyways, yeah, so I decided to be a certified fuckboy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, pussy's just pussy, ain't nothing more to it. It feels good, I like it, and it just depends on the female too, that extra. Blanche squash. And to keep it frank, what I can say is, from being a fuckboy, as I've grown over the ages, or a playboy, whatever you want to call it, there was nothing of value to gain that I found. There's genuinely nothing of value besides bragging rights. Oh, I fucked who and so, or I got this many bodies. It got so bad, so I didn't even count bodies. I was like, fuck that. Anyways, like, genuinely, there is nothing to gain besides pain. So, because like one thing that nobody really talks about is that these types of shit leaves fingerprints. You sleep with this new person, you might think it's just this or it's just that, but like that's a piece of you given, that's a piece of you given and a piece of somebody else received that's gonna stay with you permanently, that's going to affect your future decisions, the people you see. It plays with you like in a psychological way deep inside that you might not even notice, like in terms of trauma, in terms of comparisons, being brought up, this and that, all those things are not healthy or not good or not gonna help you when you find your true love, or if that's the end goal. So I guess this video really applies to people that have the ultimate end goal, where you want to find something real and everlasting, you know, to your last breath, till death do you apart. If that's your goal, to marry somebody someday, and then right now your perspective is, I'm just getting practice, I'm just fooling around, etc., etc. Well, a question that I ask myself is, why didn't I want to prepare myself and build myself up to be the best version of me to give to this person that I will learn to call my other half, or the better part of me, or the love of my life? You know what I'm saying? If this person is going to be so precious to me, why don't I work on making myself the ultimate present for them? And does that mean accumulating bodies over time? No, that devalues me to them in a certain type of way. I mean, it's gonna be their choice whether they want to see it that way or not, but ultimately I'm pretty sure if you could choose yourself to give, like, to be the version of you that has 0 bodies or just 1, you know, versus the you that has 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 to the love of your life, I'm pretty sure honestly she'd rather the one that just has 1, if not none, you know. So that's where I was coming from when it comes to that. And again, things are not always perfect. It takes 2 in relationships. So for all the people that have gotten married that did that, and things couldn't work out, and you ended up divorcing or splitting ways, and now you got that body, that in my opinion, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. You did your part and the other person didn't do their part, because again, in a relationship it takes 2. You could do your best, do everything that you can do, and it still does not work out if the other person isn't willing to meet you in the middle. So that I can say. And then other people might say, like, oh my god, you know, everybody, you get more experience, you know, Well, again, ask yourself this. Really, the thing in life that I've learned is, when you find out exactly what you want, you learn to find out exactly what you're looking for, you move differently. You know what I'm saying? You see things differently. Because, like, if this person that is so-called, that's going to be your ideal lover, you know, ask yourself this question, right? Wouldn't they be patient with you? Let's just say you're a virgin, you meet this person, blah, 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 squash, and you're not that great in bed. Well, this ideal lover of yours, I would imagine they're patient enough to wait for you to, you know, learn how to satisfy them in that essence. In my opinion, somebody that's gonna be like, oh my god, this nigga don't know how to fucking move in bed, he don't know how to please me, isn't somebody you should be with. Really, if somebody's gonna go behind your back or even say shit like that, that shouldn't be your ideal lover, in my opinion. But if that's the shit you like, then that's you. I don't really see much else to say. I mean, this video wasn't really too scripted. I just kind of wrote down some key points that I really wanted to cover. But that's what I've learned. That's what I got out of it from being a fuckboy. And if I could go back in time, I honestly wouldn't. And I would choose to try to be the best version of me for that ideal person, in my opinion. And I would hope and cross my fingers that they do the same and not settle for less. Alright, anyways guys, much love. I'm gonna try to release videos on here like every day or every other day, in terms of stuff like that, new stuff that I'm learning, just to talk to you guys, chat with you guys, etc. Alright, let me know if you got anything out of this. And much love.